Okay, so let's think about the argument in quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's graph these four complex number. So A is 4 plus 3i, B is 4 minus 3i, C is negative 4 plus 3i, D is negative 4, 3i. So let me graph that. 4, 3, 4, negative 3, negative 4, 3, negative 4, negative 3. And we have this A, that's our A, B, C, and D. Okay? So let's kind of make a circle out of it so that we can see how much it travels. Oops. So let's first find out the arguments of that. So 4 plus 3, which is A right here, what's the slope of that? Slope rise is 3, run is 4. So that slope is 3/4, right? 3 over 4, which equals to slope, which is tangent alpha. And if you solve for alpha, then we'll get inverse of tangent of 3/4, which is 0.6464. So the alpha equals alpha equals 0.64. So the distance from starting point right here and to travel to point A is, the arc length, or you got to travel 0.64 mile to get point A, right? And then to go to point B, it will give you negative 64. And if you get negative 64, you got to kind of go backwards from the starting points. But what you want to know is the distance actually starting from, go all the way around to B. How do you get that, right? Right. So the distance from the starting point to B in a short way is 0.64, but we want to know all the way around like this, right? If you go all the way around, we know it's 2 pi, which is it's kind of 64, 6.28. So in order to get the distance, we subtract this number from 2 pi, which is about 6.24. So 5.598. So the argument arg B is 5.59. Right here, arg A is 0.64. How about arg C? Let's analyze the graph. So starting from the starting point, of course, and go around to C. How long is that? Well, it will also give you 0.60. If you do that on the calculator, you get 6.44 negative. negative 0.64. What does that mean? That goes from here, which is negative 1, 0, to C. If you walk along the edge of the circle, you get negative 0.64 units, right? So the distance from here to here is negative 0.64. But what we want to know is the distance from the starting point. How do we do that? How can we find out? Right? So we also know that if you go to the semicircle, that's 3.14. And if you go backwards, 0.64, that's going to be the distance. So 3.14 minus the same guy gives us 2.49. So the argument of C is 2.49. How about negative 4, negative 3i? So that's the last one in the quadrant 3. So we again know that the distance from the negative 1, 0 halfway through to D is 0.6435. But we want to know, not just that, we want to know the distance from the starting points. So we got to add semicircle plus 0.64 is the radian, or is the arguments. So we're going to have to add 3.14 plus the same guy, which is 3.78. So arguments of D is 3.78.